So welcome back everyone. This is the second lecture uh, of the straight line. So I hope you would have gone through the first one. So the next topic that we have is collinear points. So when we say that three points are collinear if they all lie in a straight line, isn't it? So like in 10th standard you would have seen various methods of showing that sorry, the points are collinear. Like one method which was very basic is like AB distance plus BC distance is equal to AC distance. If you can show that this equation holds true, you can prove that the points are collinear. But the problem with this is like root under quantities will come, and if inside quantity is not a perfect square, slight challenges will be there with evaluation. Okay. The other method you would have seen like a section formula. What you can do, you can assume that the ratio is lambda is to 1, and then you can find out the coordinates of in terms of lambda. Let's say this point is x1 comma y1, this is x2 y2, and this is x3 y3. So you can try to find out what is the coordinates of b in terms of lambda x1 and x3 and equate it to x2. You can find lambda. Similarly, you do it for y2. If both the lambdas are same, it means we can show that they are collinear. Okay. Then a third method you would have seen like area of a triangle is 0. 3 points are collinear, so no triangles form, so area will be 0. But all these methods includes some sort of calculation. But now as we have learned the slope, things will be a little easier. So what we can see is like if 3 points are collinear, slope of AB is equal to slope of BC is equal to slope of AC. So you take any two pairs and equate, and from there we can conclude the things. So let's see a question on it. A line passes through x1 comma y1 and h comma k. If slope of the line is m, they're asking us to prove something. So we know slope is equal to what? Y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, isn't it? So when we do the cross multiplication, we got k minus y1 is equal to m times h minus x1. That's all. Okay. Now similarly we have another question. The next one is if 3 points lie on a line, show that this equations hold true. Is it okay? So as I discussed the previous methods, you can use any one of them, the area one or the distance one, but here I will try to use the slope. So if the 3 points are collinear, and let's say these are the points, this is h comma 0, this is a comma b, and this is 0 comma k. Is it okay? So now you can write, let's call this point as a, this is b, and this is c. So we can always say that slope of ab is equal to what? Slope of bc. What is slope of AB? It is b minus 0 divided by a minus h, and this is k minus b divided by 0 minus a, isn't it? We can write like this. Yes, we can write like this. Okay. So next what we can do, if we do the cross multiplication, what we can write is it correct? B minus 0 by a minus h and k minus b by 0 minus a. That's okay. So now when we do the cross multiplication, what we got minus ab is equal to ak minus ab minus hk and plus bh. So minus ab we can cancel, isn't it? And other two quantities, this hk we can bring on the left hand side. So we got like hk is equal to ak plus bh. We can divide by hk, isn't it? So we got like 1 is equal to a by h plus b by k, isn't it? And this is what exactly they've asked us to prove, a by hk plus b by k is equal to 1. Fine. So now formally we are getting into the topics which we have to learn this in this chapter. So we are going to derive the equations of straight line. So there are various forms. Okay. So we should understand that which form where we have to use which form. Okay. Sorry. So the first we have is slope point form. Means somebody has given you what is given. Somebody will give you slope, means they will give you m value, and they will give you a point which lies on the line. So name itself says slope point. So one slope and point is given. So what we can use the fact. So we know slope. So you can take any general point p x comma y. Okay. See, when we mean about equation of straight line, what exactly we mean is that we should, if you remember 9th or 10th standard, you would have learned like linear equation in two variable, that if we have any linear equation in two variable like ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and where a and b are not simultaneously equal to 0, then we say that it is going to represent a straight line. You can get little nostalgic feeling like you used to make your x coordinate, y coordinate, and then you used to plot it on the graph paper. So here let's take any p general point x comma y. So if I try to find the slope between them, it will be what? Y minus y1 by x minus x1. But they have already said that this is equal to what? Slope. And slope they have given. So by doing the cross multiplication, we got the equation y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Now for example, suppose we need to solve this problem. So you can clearly see slope is given, point is given. So your equation will be y minus y1 is how much? 3. M is minus 4 into x minus of minus 2. So when you simplify this, y minus 3 is minus 4x, minus minus is plus, so we got again how much? Minus 8. So we got y plus 4x and plus 5 is equal to 0. This is the required equation. Okay, yeah, it's okay. The next we have is 2-point form. So now as the name suggests, now they will not give you the slope, they will give you how many points? 2 points. So no problem, if they've given me 2 points, I can find the slope, isn't it? So slope is what? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. And if I use the previous form, slope point form, in place of m I can write how much? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So now I can say the equation of the straight line is y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. So another example, they have given us 2 points. So first figure out what is slope. Slope is how much? 5 minus of minus 1 divided by 3 minus 1, which is 6 by 2, which is 3. So line equation is, you can take any one of them, doesn't make any difference. So y of minus 1 and 3 into x minus 1. So when you simplify, you got y plus 1 is equal to 3x minus 3, or you got like y plus 4 is equal to 3x. Now somebody can have a doubt, okay, what if I take this coordinate? No difference will come, okay, you can check it out on your own, or let me do it. You can write y minus 5 is equal to 3 into x minus 3. So when you simplify, you got like y minus 5 is equal to 3x minus 9. So when you bring on the left hand side, again you will get y plus 4 is equal to 3x. Okay. The next we have is slope intercept form. So let's define formally what is intercept. So suppose if you draw a line, and let's say this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis, you can see like some part on the x-axis from origin, the line has intercepted, isn't it? Means it has cut some part of the x-axis from origin. So this length is going to be called as what? X-intercept, and this length is going to be called as what? Y-intercept. Okay. So when we say intercept, intercept can be negative. Means if I draw a line something like this, you can see here x-intercept is also negative and y-intercept also is negative. But when we use the word length of intercept, so length cannot be negative. So length of intercept will be always non-negative. Is it okay? Now let's say somebody comes and tells you that the line makes equal intercept. So they are using the word intercept. They are not using the word length of intercept, isn't it? It means what? The portion that it is intercepting on x axis and y axis are equal. When we say equal, it means we're not talking only magnitude wise, it is equal sign wise also. Means if you take a line something like this, let's say this length, this is 2 units, but here this is going to be what? Minus 2 units. So now the intercepts are not equal, the length of the intercepts are equal. Okay. Sorry. So what you can see, if this intercept x and y intercepts are equal, you can show that this angle is going to be 45 degree. So this angle will be how much? 135 degree. Even if you take third quadrant, again you can show that this angle is going to be how much? 135 degree. So tan 135 is how much? Minus 1. So this point is important, that when somebody quotes that a line makes equal intercept, you should understand that m is equal to how much? Minus 1. But when they say length of intercepts are equal, then no problem. Either you take like this, you take like this, you take like this, you take like this, isn't it? In all these cases, you can see the lengths will be equal. So in that situation, the slope can be 1 or minus 1. Okay. Now let's get back again to slope intercept form. So as the name suggests, what they will give a slope, or they will give one of the intercept. So let's say that y intercept is given. So y intercept, let's say, is given as c. Now when I say C, you should not pre-assume that C is always positive. C can be anything. Okay. So if the y-intercept is C, it means what? It is passing through the point 0 comma C, because y coordinate will be C, so x coordinate on y-axis is 0. And let's say the slope is m. Okay. So using slope point form, what equation we can write? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So when you simplify this, you got y is equal to mx plus c. So when you see a line written, let's say y is equal to 2x plus 3, you should understand slope is how much 2 and intercept is how much 3. And which intercept we are talking about? We are talking about y-intercept. Okay. Let's say x-intercept is given. So again we can use slope point form. So y minus 0 is equal to m into x minus d. So since x-intercept is d, it is passing through the point d comma 0, because on x-axis y coordinate is 0. So we got y is equal to m into x minus d. Okay. So very quickly we can do an example here. Write the equation of the lines for which tan theta is 1 by 2. So m is given as how much? 1 by 2, and theta is the inclination of the line. Y-intercept is given and x-intercept is given. So first one answer is y is equal to m, which is 1 by 2x, and plus c, but c value is given as how much? Minus 3 by 2. So when you simplify, you got like 2y plus 3 is equal to x. Second one, x-intercept is given, so y is equal to m into x minus d. So we got like 2y is equal to x minus 4. This is the second equation. Okay. Next we have is intercept form. Means now what they will give? They will give us both the intercepts, x-intercept as well as y-intercept. So imagine that there is a line whose x-intercept is given as a units and y-intercept is given as b. Means again, when I am talking about intercept, I am not talking about length of intercept. It means it will be given with sign. When I say there is a x-intercept of 3 and there is x-intercept of minus 3, there is a difference. Okay. So no problem. If x-intercept is 8, it means it is passing through a comma 0. It will be positive or negative, depends on whether a is positive or negative. And similarly, let's say y-intercept is given as b. So using the 2-point form, okay, what we can write? Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1, isn't it? I hope you can realize. Okay, if you want, I can just show. So you can take, let's call it as this is first point, this is second point. So what will you write? Y minus 0 is equal to y2. So b minus 0 by 0 minus a into x minus x1. So this is what exactly is written over here. Simplify this and little bit of manipulations we have done. Like what we are doing is this b we are sending on the left hand side. So we can write y by b is equal to divide by minus x by a plus 1. Bring this quantity on the left hand side. So we got x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. Sorry again. So let's say find the equation of the line which makes intercept minus 3 and 2 on x. So x intercept is given as minus 3. So x by minus 3. Y intercept is given as 2. So y by 2 is equal to 1. That is the required equation. That's all. Okay. Then similarly find the equation of the line passing through minus 3 comma 5 and perpendicular to the line through. So we are done with what are the forms very quickly. We are done with slope point form. We are done with 2-point form. We are done with slope intercept form, and we are also done with intercept form. So we'll do some 4 or 5 problems and then we'll move to the next topic. So I would say that you can practice again these questions on your own. Pause the video, solve it, and if you're not getting, then come back and, or if you're getting also, then come back and match your answer. So the first one we have is find the equation of the line passing through minus 3 comma 5. So let's say this is 2 comma 5 and this is minus 3 comma 6. You want a line which is passing through minus 3 comma 5 and is perpendicular So regarding perpendiculars, we have discussed only one concept, isn't it? What is the concept? That product of the slope is minus 1. So if I call this point as a and b, and if I call this point as p and q, is it possible to find the slope of AB? Answer is yes. AB slope is how much? 6 minus 5 divided by minus 3 minus 2. So we got how much? Minus 1 by 5. This is the slope of AB. So now what is the slope of PQ? So we know that slope of PQ into slope of AB is equal to minus 1. So from here we can show that slope of PQ is going to be how much? 5. Now if you want PQ line, so see, slope you got, line you got. So now my question is, what form we should use, which form we should use? So obvious answer, we will use what? Slope point form. So y minus 5 is equal to 5 into x minus of minus 3. You can simplify this. So we got y minus 5 is equal to 5x plus 15. And when we do little more adjustment, we got y is equal to 5x plus 20. This is the required equation. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Let's see the next question. So PA comma B is a midpoint of a line segment between the axes. So see what is happening. Again, you can pause the video, you can try to solve on your own, and if you're not getting or getting, come back and verify your answer. Okay, so let's mark this point as A, this point as B, and that is P, whose coordinates are A comma B, and which is the midpoint. So what they are saying, PAB is the midpoint of a line segment between the axes. Show that the equation of the line, no problem. So let's say I can assume that this coordinate is what, alpha comma 0, and I can say that this point is 0 comma beta. Now P is the midpoint, so you would have come across a formula like midpoint formula, isn't it? So what is midpoint formula? X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So what we can write here, alpha plus 0 by 2, which is equal to what? A. And from there we got alpha is equal to how much? 2a. And similarly we'll get 0 plus beta by 2 is equal to b. So we got beta is equal to how much? 2b, isn't it? Now think, what is alpha and beta? They are the intercepts, isn't it? Alpha is the x-intercept and beta is the y-intercept. So what is the equation? Equation is x by x-intercept, which is 2a, y by y-intercept, which is 2b, is equal to 1. So when you simplify this, you got x by a plus y by b is equal to 2. This is what exactly they are asking. Okay. And then we can go into a more general problem of this. General problem is that, let's say the point h comma k, like the previous question, is divides a line segment between the axes in the ratio 1:2. Here the question is slightly not very clear whether 1:2 how they want. Okay, but no problem. Let's say this p, we can take it something like, let's say this is p is here, okay, in such a way that this ratio is 1:2. Or somebody can say, no, I will take p here. So no problem, you take, and two different answers will come. Okay, so I'll solve the first case. Second case you can calculate on your own. Okay, so p is given as how much? H comma k. Again, assume that this a is what, alpha comma 0, and the b is 0 comma beta. So now p, now we can't apply the midpoint formula, so what we'll be applying is the section formula. So what we can write? We can write h is equal to 2 into 0 plus 1 into alpha by 2 plus 1. So this implies alpha is equal to what? 3h. And similarly, if we go for beta, so we got k is equal to how much? 2 beta plus 1 into 0 by 3. So this implies beta is what? 3k by 2. So what is alpha and beta? They are again the intercepts, isn't it? X and y intercepts. So what is the equation? X by x intercept plus y by y intercept is equal to 1. So when you do little manipulations, you will get like x by h plus 2y by k is equal to 3. If you try to solve the other way around, means you take this as 1 and this as 2, in that situation you will see that the answer will be a similar kind, but it will be like x by h, sorry, 2x by h plus y by k is equal to 3. So that will be the second answer, so that you can verify on your own. Okay, fine. So let's move to one more question. I think this is the last question in this. Find the equation of the line through the point 3 comma 4 such that sum of its intercept on the axis is 14. Sum of its intercepts, okay, means what? We can take a line, we can draw this, and let's say that x intercept is a units and y intercept is b units. So what they're telling, sum of its intercept on the axis is 14, right? So what information they have given? They have given that a plus b is equal to how much? 14. So we can write from here b is how much? 14 minus a. Okay, so can we write the line equation? Line equation is what? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1, but b value is what, 14 by a, so we can write x by a plus y by 14 minus a is equal to 1. Also they are telling that this line is passing through which coordinate, 3 comma 4, isn't it? So it means this point will satisfy this equation. So we got 3 by a plus 4 by 14 minus a is equal to 1. So quickly when you do cross multiplication, we got 42 minus 3a plus 4a is 14 minus a square. Simplify this, you got like a square, then 14 will come this side and 1 is there, so 13a and plus 42 equal to 0. So when you simplify, you will get like a minus 7 into a minus 6 is 0. So you got a is equal to 7 or a is equal to 6. So when a is equal to 7, b also is going to be 7. When a is 6, b is going to be 8. So what are the equations? The first one will be x by 7 plus y by 7 is equal to 1. So x plus y equal to 7. And when you substitute 6 and this, so it will be like x by 6 plus y by 8 is equal to 1. So if you want, you can simplify. So you can write like 8x plus 6y is equal to 48, or you can also write 4x plus 3y is equal to 24. Okay, if anything was not clear, so I'll say pause the video, go back and listen it again. Okay, if it is little quick, then play on 0.5 or 0.75 and listen it. Okay, so the next form we have is normal form. Okay, so what do we mean by normal form? So you think like this. Okay, if I ask you, how many lines are there which is at a distance of 5 units from origin? So basically I can draw a circle with center at origin and radius 5, and if you draw any tangent, all these lines are at a distance of how much? 5 units from the center, because you know that radius is perpendicular to the tangent. Is it okay? It means what? That just the distance from the origin is not sufficient. Okay, but what if I tell you that, let's say, to a line, the perpendicular that we are drawing from the origin, this makes an angle, let's say 30 degree. It means I'm giving you two information. One information I'm giving you that this perpendicular distance is 5 units, and second information is that the perpendicular makes an angle 30 degree with the positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. So how many such lines will be possible? So you will realize that exactly one line will be possible. Why? Because if you think about other line, you will see that the angle will change, or if angle will not change, then perpendicular distance will change, isn't it? Suppose somebody can say, sir, you take this line. If you take this line parallel to this, what will happen? Now the distance has increased, isn't it? So this can't be accepted. Or somebody can say, sir, you take this line. If you take this line, now you can see this angle will not make 30 degrees, isn't it? So what we can conclude here is that if the perpendicular distance of the line from origin is given, and also the angle which the perpendicular makes with the positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction is given, then it will determine a line, a unique line. Okay, so now let's understand this. Imagine that there is a line L given in such a way that slope of OA, means OA is making how much angle? Omega. So what is slope of OA? Slope of OA is tan omega, isn't it? Tan omega we can write as sin omega by cos omega. Also, since OA and line L is perpendicular, we know that the product of the slope is -1, isn't it? So what we can write? M into sin omega by cos omega is equal to -1. So what is M value? M value is minus cos omega by sin omega. This is what exactly is written over here. Okay. Also now I'm trying to get the coordinates of A. Okay, so you can see like OD can be written as what? OA cos theta. I mean, if you write cos omega is what? OD by OA, isn't it? So what is OD? OD is OA cos omega, isn't it? OA is how much? P. So OD distance is going to be how much? P cos omega. And similarly, you can show like AD is going to be how much? P sin omega. So basically, what is the coordinates of A? Coordinates of A is P cos omega p sine omega. Now when you concentrate on the line L, you can see like the slope also, a point also, isn't it? So you can use slope point form and you can write the equation as y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay. Do simplifications like bring the sign on the left hand side and multiply. When you simplify this, you will see like you got y sine omega minus p sine square omega is equal to x cos omega plus p cos square omega. So with the arrow direction, you can bring left and right. And you got equation like x cos omega plus y sine omega is equal to p. So remember here that normal form is x cos omega plus y sine omega is equal to p. What is omega? Omega is the angle made by the perpendicular drawn from the origin to the line. Sorry, omega is the angle made by, omega is the angle made by the perpendicular from origin to the line with the positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. And what is p? P is the perpendicular distance. So various positions are given, like what is the range for omega? So you can see like omega will be acute angle. In this case it will be obtuse angle. Then in third case you can see it has become more than 180, and then it has become even more than 270. Okay. Now let's see a very easy and quick question. Find the equation of the line whose perpendicular distance from origin is 4 and the angle which the normal makes with the positive direction of x-axis is 15 degree. So what is the equation? Equation is x cos omega plus y sine omega is equal to p. What is omega? 15 degrees. So our equation is x cos 15 degree plus y sine 15 degree is equal to 4. What is cos 15? So in trigo you would have learned it is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2, and y into this is root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2 is equal to 4. So when you do little bit of adjustments, it is root 3 plus 1 into x, root 3 minus 1 into y is equal to 8 root 2. So this is the required line equation. Okay. Sorry. So the next we have is the general form. An equation of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a, b, c are real constant in such a way that a and b are not simultaneously 0, then we say that that equation represents a straight line. So again, a nostalgic feeling of 9th and 10th standard. If an equation is written in linear form like 3x plus 4y equal to 5, it is going to represent a straight line. The next topic from where the questions are given in NCERT as well is that the conversion of the forms like general to slope point form or general to intercept form. Okay. So the first we have is general form to slope intercept form. So see, slope intercept form equation is what? Y is equal to mx plus c, isn't it? It means what? Y should come on one side. So in the given equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0, you try to isolate y on one side. So when you try to isolate y on one side, you will see like you will get equation like y is equal to minus a by b into x plus minus c by b. So by comparing it with y is equal to mx plus c, you can see like slope is what? Minus of a by b, and c is what? Minus c by b. Up here you will not say, sir, this c and this c will get cancelled. You have to understand this c represents the intercept and this c represents the constant of the given equation. Okay, so let's see a quick example here to understand. Suppose this equation was given, isn't it? 3x plus 4y is equal to 5. So if you want to convert it into slope point, you isolate y on one side. So we can write 4y is equal to minus 3x plus 5. You want only y. So we got minus 3 by x plus 5 by 4. So by comparing, we got m is equal to minus 3 by 4 and c is equal to how much? 5 by 4. So I would say remember this, that slope is what? Slope is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. Means somebody comes and write equation y plus 2x and plus 7 equal to 0. So directly you should be able to give me the slope. That slope is what? Minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. So slope is how much? Minus 2. This is something to be memorized. Please remember. Okay. The next we have is intercept form. So intercept form looks like what? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1, isn't it? Means the right side 1 should come. So what we can do this equation? We can send the c on the right side and we can divide by minus c both the sides. So we can write, we will get something like ax by minus c plus by minus c is equal to 1. But when you look into intercept equation, it is what x by a, isn't it? Means x, no company is needed. So this a we can bring it down, this b we can bring it down, and we can write what? X by minus c by a plus y by minus c by b is equal to 1. Means, suppose another example, we have an equation like, let's say x plus 2y and plus 4 is equal to 0. So if you want to convert, what you can write? There is nothing to memorize this. You remember the process is what? Send the 4 on the right side. Even if it was minus, send it on the right hand side. So we got x plus 2y is equal to 4, then divide by 4. So you will write x by 4 plus 2y by 4 is equal to 1. Now this 2 we don't want, isn't it? So this 2 we can send in the denominator and we can write it as how much? Y by 2. So our required equation will be x by 4 plus y by 2 is equal to 1. Okay, this is for the understanding. Let me clear this out. We can see a quick question here. Okay. So let's say equation of line is given. First thing is, what is the slope? So as I have told you, slope is what? Minus coefficient of x. So what is the coefficient of x? 3. So we got minus 3 divided by coefficient of y, which is how much? Minus 4. So slope is how much? 3 by 4. Next is x and y intercept. So our target will be what? Reduce this equation into intercept form, isn't it? So we can write 3x minus 4y is equal to minus 10, or we can write 3x by minus 10 plus, because we can write minus 4y by minus 10 is equal to 1. When you simplify this, this can be written as x by minus 10 by 3 plus y by 10 by 4 is equal to 1. So what is x intercept? X intercept is going to be what? Minus 10 by 3, and y intercept is going to be what? 10 by 4. I mean x, not x or y, this is intercepts. Okay, x intercept and y intercept. Okay, so this normal form also let's complete. Okay, this normal form we'll take it in the next video. Okay, thank you.